Good morning and welcome to Rational Thinking. My name is Sam, and this week I'll be taking a look at some of the main FX talking points from last week. These include sterling falling to multi-month lows against the euro and USD, markets pricing a Fed interest rate cut. We'll also be taking a look at key data announcements for the rest of this week. First up, taking a look at a poor week for sterling. Sterling was one of the worst performing currencies of the week last week, falling 1.5% against the US dollar and 4% against the euro. One reason for investors losing their appetite for sterling follows news that the UK government would be willing to walk away from a trade deal if quick progress isn't made. With trade talks scheduled for next week, investors fear that the UK and EU have very different views for reaching a deal. The EU want regulatory alignment. The UK want to be free from the EU shackles to strike their own trade deals. For instance, Michael Gove told lawmakers last week that the UK will not give its sovereignty away in pursuit of a trade deal. In addition to this, reports that new Finance Minister Rishi Sunak could delay the UK's big budget decision in March place additional pressure on sterling. Sunak had vowed to level up the UK by loosening the government's purse strings and offering a very generous fiscal stimulus package. However, mounting uncertainty over economic growth forecasts caused by the coronavirus has meant Sunak may hold off for now. This is significant for sterling as the Bank of England held off cutting rates at their last meeting as the UK was expected to receive a boost from the budget announcement. With no fiscal stimulus being provided, odds of an interest rate cut in the UK have increased. Next up, taking a look at the US dollar. On Friday, the US dollar fell to multi-week lows against the euro as the Fed hinted at a possible interest rate cut. Whilst acknowledging that the US economy is in a strong position, Fed Chair Jerome Powell stated that the coronavirus poses evolving risks to the US economic activity, adding that the Fed stand ready to use all their tools to act appropriately and support the US economy. Markets are now fully pricing in an interest rate cut for March's meeting with a probability of 99.6%. Next up, we're taking a look at the economic calendar for this week. For the pound, on Thursday, Bank of England Governor Mark Carney will be speaking. There's also UK-EU trade talks which are going on this week. Chances are, if there is some good or bad news flow coming out of these talks, we're likely to see some volatility in sterling. Looking at the euro, we've got inflation data coming out on Tuesday. And for the US dollar, we have ISM non-manufacturing data, non-farm payrolls, and average hourly earnings. Thank you for watching this week's Rational Thinking. Please feel free to like or share this video. And don't forget, if you do have any currency requirements of your own, please feel free to get in touch. We'll see you next week.